Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a video talking about how to know if you are on the right path, because I feel like it's something that is considered a lot and is questioned a lot. Like, I even sometimes still question if I'm on the right path, but I always get these little reminders. Sometimes they have to be bigger reminders, or even just still small things that I guess I feel so strongly about that it hits me, and it's just like, no, this is the right path, this is what I'm meant to be doing. So sometimes one of the things to start off this video is you will get a strong feeling that you are on the right path, that you're doing the right thing. You will get a strong feeling of confirmation that this is what you need to be doing, and without doing this, you literally might just feel like shit, and you're just not going to feel good or any of the such. You're going to have a good feeling and a bad feeling to pick from. And now I've been like this since I was a fucking kid. I was always quite very in tune, and then I kind of got out of tune, and now I'm getting back into tune with everything. But there is two sides, and one side feels really not good, and the other side feels really, really good. And I always follow what feels really, really good, although it doesn't always make sense to people. But then it works out for me in the end because I kept with it and kept working towards it. However, they try to force me off the path because they don't feel good about it, because it's not their life path, and so they don't understand it, right? And like I said, so many people are not following their life path. I guess I haven't said that yet, but I tried recording this video, a different type of video though. Like, I had the title different, the topic was a bit different, but then life path and like the right path kind of came into the video, and I'm like, no, I'm doing the right path video, not what I was doing before. But this all kind of falls together in the same kind of ways. But another way to know that you're on the right path is, again, you're going to feel good about what you're doing. You're not going to feel stressed out all the time. You're not going to feel shitty all the time. You're not going to be hating on yourself or your life all the time. You're not mistaken though, because like I said, sometimes I still question if I'm on the right path, and this is because when bad things can happen, or even if someone doesn't agree with you and you start to get a bad feeling about it then, and then you start to doubt yourself, that is a totally different energy. That is a totally different person or thing that is standing in the way of that. It is not you, and it's not your energy. It is theirs or the situation, whichever it may be, whichever may come into play that makes you doubt yourself. So remember to kind of really think about it and like separate it. Is this separate from you? Is this part of what you brought on, or is this something that something else brought on inside of you? Because I know that if I get stressed out enough, like I said, I can start doubting my own fucking life path and if I'm on the right path and all of that, and like my purpose in life and everything. So I'll start doubting that if I like start to feel like enough stress or enough bad things are happening around me, that it's just like I start to feel maybe I'm not on the right path, maybe I'm not doing the right thing. And that's because you're letting your surroundings convince you that you're on the wrong path. But it's not, those are different energies. Those are not your own energies. Those are your surroundings trying to convince you that you're on the wrong path and making you feel like you don't belong and like you're on the wrong path. But inside of you, you know that this is the right path for you, right? If you feel good about it, it is the right path for you. You will never feel bad towards something that is meant to bring you joy. You're never going to feel bad or incomplete in your life if you're following your life purpose and your life path, and you're on the right path. That's the number one way that I cannot stress enough to know that if you're on the right path, is if you're feeling good about what you're doing, not what your surroundings are making you feel. If they're making you feel like trash, even about if you think that you're not on the right path because of your surroundings, they can really blur your vision and blur your ability to hear from your heart, right? Because we often follow from our heads because that's what we were trained to do growing up, and so were our parents, and so were their parents, and so on, right? So it never really has ever ended much in many families where we stop following our heads more than our hearts. So we are trained very much so to follow our thoughts rather than our hearts, what we're feeling on the inside, which leads us to a life of incompletion and misery and suffering, where we think that only the material things in life matter. And it's not that you can't enjoy those things, but make sure you're gaining them the right way, because if you're not fulfilling yourself and you're only going for the materialistic gaining and things, you're gonna have a lot of shortcomings. You're not gonna feel very good about yourself eventually. You're not gonna feel good about your life eventually, because you're not living the life that you want. So many times in a day, I can't even tell you how much I hear people bitch about the fucking careers that they chose. And those are always the people that are always trying to tell me that I'm on the wrong path too. Not all of them, but some of them, And so there's so many people out there that I hear every day that complain about their fucking jobs and their careers and their college and whatever. And it's like, well, then you shouldn't be doing it, because it's only going to make you feel shitty about your life. And now everyone is all about making the safe choices and all of that. And I know this came up in conversation just recently between me and a different person. And I think it's really, really interesting, because this topic kept showing up last night. If it's a better choice, isn't it a better choice to make the safe choice and go to college and get a job that has a guaranteed income every month? But it's like, not really. And I learned from really, really, really successful people all the fucking time, like billionaires, millionaires, those kinds of successful people, those successful people that everyone wants to be like. But that's, again, because of materialistic gain. That's not why I'm after it, and that's not why you should be after it. That's why they say, do what you love. If you take the time now, your life isn't even half over. But we don't know when anything bad is going to happen to us or when our life is going to end. We can't predict that, right? However, we can make sure that we are living our life with taking the most advantage of things that we can and living our greatest life and being as happy as we possibly can. And that is doing what you love, not staying on the safe side and safe ground, people pleasing all the fucking time, doing things that you don't want to do, doing things that you don't love to do. If you don't want to wake up every morning doing that, you shouldn't be doing it, because eventually it's going to start feeling too stressful, too depressing, and you're going to be sick of your life, like so many people already are, whether it's because they're already doing that or because they're trying to live their life to the fullest and people are stopping them, right? Or trying to stop them. And it's like, honestly, don't let that discourage you and don't let that stop you, because at the end of the fucking day, what you want in life does matter. What you care about does matter. What you love and what you're passionate about does fucking matter. And if those people can't follow you on that, if other people discourage you for that and shame you for that or whatever, don't listen to a word they gotta say, because like I said, different energy. That is a totally different energy from what you're feeling. Just discard it. Go with what you're feeling inside and go with that feeling, and you will have a life filled with completion and harmony and complete stress relief. Now, that's not to say that if you ever feel stressed out about your job, that's totally fine. It's totally normal. Every job is going to have its downsides and every job is going to have its moments, no matter how passionate you are about it. There are going to be times when you sit there and you still get fucking frustrated about it and just kind of wish that's you could just take a fucking break. That's okay. That's normal. That's going to happen anyways. We're all fucking human and we don't have unlimited energy. Although what we do may give us energy depending on if you're doing the right thing or not. Like I said, it may give you a lot of fucking energy, but that does not mean that you're never going to want a break or need one and to not give yourself one. That's going to happen no matter fucking what. So again, it's learning to split those things so that you can understand the difference between, does this mean that this is not part of my life purpose? Does this mean that I'm not on the right path? Or is this completely something different that is just affecting me right now and not actually what I'm feeling about this specific thing? Right? So it's really, really, really important to split those things in half, because that makes every bit of a difference, to see that those are two different things that you're feeling and two different things that you're seeing. But when we're not focused enough, they really can be so similar that it looks like the same thing. And like I said, sometimes I still get confused too. That's why I do the splitting in half thing. And even more now, I think after this video, I'm just going to keep on implying it even that much more. Implying, I don't think that's the right word. Implementing it in my life that much more. Because actually, I haven't been doing it enough recently. But I think now I'm going to, because it is really helpful. And now I've just kind of opened my own fucking eyes and I want to fucking do it more, because it is really helpful for anything. It doesn't even have to be about just if you're on the right path. Splitting shit up works with everything, when you're confused in life, splitting up the good and the bad and even the in-between stuff and sorting it separately is going to make every bit of a difference in your life. So, but that's one way to know that if you're on the right path. And that's like the number one way to know if you're on the right path, is if you feel good about what you're doing, right? And again, do the splitting in half. Is it other people? Is it situations that are making you feel like you're not on the right path? Because that can really create confusion within us to see if we're on the right path or not, and if we're living our life purpose or not, because so many people or things and situations out there can make us feel so stressed out or scared or whatever all the fucking time and just bad all the time that we start to really doubt what we're doing, right? Especially when you know, people live on the safe side so much that they'll try to convince you that you're on the wrong path and that you're doing something that is not realistic and is not going to be successful. That is completely normal, because we live in a world where everyone joins the safe side because they're scared of taking risks. I don't do that, and I hope you guys don't do that, because it is so much more worth it taking the risks now. And again, like I was saying, I didn't really finish explaining. I can be really bad for that, so I apologize for that. But hopefully you guys have stuck around this long for me to finish explaining this quickly before I end the video and move on to my vlog channel, which, by the way, I always link in the description below all my videos if you guys are interested in checking that out. It's where I talk more about my personal life and personal beliefs and experiences and all of that sort of stuff. Learning more about me. That's where you can find all of that stuff. So back to kind of my example with, again, the rule of the most successful people. Number one rule is make sure you're doing what you want to do so that you can put more energy into it, because the more energy you can put into something is the more work you put into something, right? Work is energy, and energy is also putting work into things, right? And we work for most of our lives. So would you rather spend this time now, even 10 years, working towards your goals in life to finally succeed at them? Even if it took you 15 years, eventually you're going to fucking succeed if you don't give up. And then you're going to have a lifetime of happiness and success. And you're going to be thrilled with yourself. And you're not even going to fucking, have any regrets when your life does finally come to an end and your time comes with that. You're not going to feel any regrets. You're not going to feel shitty. You're not going to feel bad about anything that you've done in the past, because you know that you lived your life to the fullest, and you know that you were happy and you took that risk, and you are like really happy with yourself that you did that. And then, or you can live on the safe side and get a job and all of that when everyone thinks that you're supposed to have all that shit figured out, even though it's not bad to take time to learn more about yourself so that you actually are going towards things that actually do matter to you and that you actually do want to do and will actually give you energy and, make you happy for the rest of your fucking life and feel actually complete about yourself and your life. And if you don't do that and you just live on the safe side, the people who just live on the safe side, or whether you become one of those people too because you listen to those people, or you get too stressed out yourself to continue working towards your goals because you don't think that they're realistic enough, or that you're ever going to achieve those things, then you're going to be on the safe side. And the people on the safe side, all the time they're fucking bitching about their lives. All the time you hear them complaining about their lives. You hear them complaining about family, friends, abandonment, their past, whatever. Like, you hear them complaining about absolutely everything. And that's because they're incomplete and they're not feeling good about themselves, and they talk themselves down all the time, and they talk others down all the time. Like, it's a whole toxic cycle inside of them because they are not living the life they are meant to live. They are not doing what they're meant to be doing. They're not happy with who they are and what they're doing. So that's really, really, really affecting their happiness, right? Because you're not living your life to the fullest. You're not living your life happily. You're not doing anything that is actually making you feel good about your life or yourself. So living on the safe side of things is really going to put a dent into your success, your ability to succeed in your future. Like I said, it's going to just take you a lifetime of suffering is all it's going to be. So you can either take 10, 15 years even. And that sounds lengthy. Like, I've been working on my goals for fucking 10 years, but you know what? They're so close to it being achieved, and I can feel that, and I see that in small little pieces every second of my life. Every single day I'm seeing more and more and more of it actually coming into fruition now. Some things can take longer, especially the more lengthy it is, right? But realistically, you could travel overnight and meet your fucking desire if you work hard enough for it, right? But some people do have their own limitations too and their boundaries, and so it can take a bit longer too, especially when you add on, like, you know, your own anxiety and your own stresses and, you know, the things that may slow you down a little bit. That is totally fine and completely normal, but do not let that discourage you, because it will be so worth it in the end, following your gut instincts and doing what you actually love. And that is 100% you're on the right path if you are feeling good about what you're doing. If only your surroundings are what's making you feel off and bad, don't even worry about that, because that is so temporary and that is not the life you're headed towards. So I hope that this video has helped you guys and has inspired you guys to find your life purpose and what you're passionate about and what makes you happy, and to work towards your goals in life and actually achieve them rather than give up like most people unfortunately do. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And as always, I will link my vlog channel in the description below. And if you guys have any video recommendations for me at all, be sure to let me know in the comments below this video.